Hello everybody and welcome to the Maroon Music YouTube channel. Stick around to watch how I'm going to turn this room from this into this. Alright, so the room is basically empty at this point. That was probably going to be the hardest part. Up next is going to be painting the walls and this paneling. And then we'll get to work on probably the next hardest part, which is going to be taking out this carpet and restoring the hardwood floors that are underneath it. So all that stuff will happen now. Alright, got the first coat of paint on all this paneling. You can see it looks pretty terrible right now, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and start throwing on another coat, and hopefully it'll start looking really nice. Alright, so the painting is all done for now. I'm sure there's going to be some touch-ups and some other things that I need to hit later, but I've gone ahead at this point and pulled out the carpet. Sorry if you really wanted to see that. You can blame Bradley for that one. He really wanted to get it out after a practice one night, so that's what we did, pulled it out and didn't film any of that. Not really too much to that though, just pull it up by a corner and throw it out in the dumpster. So now what I have is kind of the really big task of pulling out all these tack strips and doing a full sand refinish on this floor to get it looking really nice. Alright, so it's sanding day here. I already made a trip to Home Depot and picked up the big old drum sander, so we're going to give the floor a good once over. I was really hoping to get away with just a kind of easier refinish, but there are some spots that are really bad on this floor, so I think it's just going to be better to go the full refinishing route and really sand it down and get a good looking floor. So that's the plan. I've never done this exactly before. I've used a floor buffer a whole bunch and some other stuff, and obviously I've done some woodworking, but not anything exactly like this. Peek around, door closed, see how this goes. Don't forget, safety first. Good job. Perfect. Well, you might be thinking at this point in the video, oh, that was really cool, Luke. You redid this room, but really what's the point of this whole video? And I'll tell you, this is the point right now. I'm getting to it right here. It's that. Now, I think it's really easy to watch on the internet to see things and say, wow, that's really nice. I could never have that. I could never do that. I don't have this stuff. I don't have money for that. I mean, just make excuses as to why we can't do something we love or why we can't do something creative. But truth be told, there's not really anything in here that was too expensive, too alienating, all right? It was just a lot of sweat on my part to get a room the way I wanted it to be. I guarantee you have some space, some corner, some niche of a room that you can carve out and make the way you want it to for whatever creative thing you want to do. Even if you think this room is amazing, if I shut all the lights off, closed the doors, and never came in here, it wouldn't do anything. It wouldn't matter. It would be an empty room that would just sit quietly and hum along. But truth be told, it's people and their creative efforts that are gonna make this room make music. It doesn't make music all on its own. It doesn't matter how much gear I have in here, how much money I have. It will just sit here by itself unless someone uses it. So that is really what I am most excited about in this room, is just being able to use it to make music, to do creative things, and to serve that purpose. One last little thing, and I'm a little afraid to say this because I know myself and I know how long it takes me to make videos these days, but I actually got some measurements of this room when it was fully empty with a measurement mic and a frequency sweep. And I got some with the room with just normal stuff in it, like you would put a couch or whatever kind of things in there. And I would love to do some acoustic treatment in here and get it sounding really nice, and then kind of compare empty room, room with furniture, and room with furniture and acoustic treatment to see how those things all affect the sound of the room. So if that's something you'd love to see me do and kind of nerd out over, let me know in the comments down below in this video, and I'll get to that hopefully sooner rather than later. But I know myself, I know how busy I am right now, so it might be a little while. But you can be patient. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out when that video ever comes out. But otherwise, thank you for watching. Thank you for making it this far. You guys are the reason I do this, and I will see you next time.